Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey Troxel. First, I want to do a shout out to our Patreon and PayPal members. They are the people who support the show financially. Without them, I could not put the show together. I'm a teacher and I can only do so much. If you've ever thought about how can I be part of this, how can I be part of the team, how can I help out, that's how you can help out. There's a link below this video in the description on how you can join and become a financial supporter. People on Patreon and who do PayPal donations, if they give me their email address, get early access to the videos. It's 2 days early, and then there's a special playlist on YouTube just for PayPal members who get stuff that I normally don't put out for everyone else, and the same thing on Patreon. So that's definitely a benefit for sure. If you haven't been watching our podcast, Deb and I have our the Plant-Based Besties podcast. It's a lot of fun, the two of us just to get together and talk about fun stuff, and mostly to do with protein and aging and veganism and all that stuff. So check that out. It's on podcast, Spotify, and anywhere that you get your podcast material from. I love podcasts. I love listening to them at the gym. Like, it just kills the time. So check that out for sure. All right, today I'm going to do a kind of day of food type of thing. I did a week in Atlanta, then I came home for 1 day, got unpacked, left the next morning for LA. I did a week in LA. I re-injured my arm, so I haven't been able to go to the gym, although I am at the lowest weight I've ever been at as an adult with the calorie counting and all that. I'm going to do kind of another high protein day of food, low calorie. We'll see where we end up with it. I've already figured most of it out in Cronometer. And I'm going to start off with a breakfast sandwich. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Let's go. So for breakfast, I'm making a breakfast sandwich. I'm going to do like just egg and some seitan and a Morningstar Farm sausage patty, some Laughing Cow plant-based cheese, that sort of thing. And put it on some Nature's Own higher protein bread. And one of the things I'm using is this Sweet Earth traditional seitan. In all full disclosure, it expired July 27, 2022, but it's been in the freezer, so I'm gonna see if it's usable and see what I can do with it. One of those things that Tim probably brought and threw it in the freezer, and it's been sitting there for all these years, along with so many other things that are in there that I don't even know that are in there, and it's taking up space all these years. I feel like I need to use this. It smells good, so I'm thinking that it's okay. If this is my last episode, you know why. Lex's job will get a lot easier after this if this is really spoiled. All right, so according to this, a serving is 85 grams. So I've got my scale right here, and this is the Expenditure. I put a link to it in the description below for Amazon. Expenditure scale. I've been using this for years. It's probably the best one I've come across. So I'm going to start with 85 grams. So I'm going to set this to grams. You can't really see that. And I've thawed this out because it's frozen. And I'm just going to pull off 85 grams here, and we'll see how that goes. I do have the sausage patty cooking in the background, so you'll hear the oven. This is still pretty frozen. And I am going to have to cook this in the pan. All right, we're at 53. 85. Let's see if that does it right there. 84. Yeah, take a little bit of this one here. There we go. All right, 85 grams. So I'm gonna just cook this in the skillet. I'm not gonna bother. Maybe I will show you with my phone. I'll use my phone to film. I'm just really lazy to say. I don't want to drag all the equipment over there. So that's what I've got here. I've got 85 grams of this this traditional seitan by Sweet Earth. So I'm going to start with that. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to cook it all now. I have no choice. So I'm going to cook this separately because I want the 85 grams so I have my macros correctly. And then I'll just cook the rest of that, throw it in the fridge, and eat it very soon before it goes bad. All right, let's get over to the stove and get this cooking. I've got 2 slices, I'm just making a sandwich. I've got 2 slices of this Nature's Own Life. It's a soft white. It's a keto soft white. I don't do keto. I'm not a keto person, but the macros are really good in this bread. So that's why I'm using it. 2 slices is only like 35 calories a slice, so it's 70 calories. And it gives you a whopping 12 grams of protein for 70 calories. That you can't beat that. So, and then I like to have some cheese or mayonnaise on my sandwich, but vegan cheese or vegan mayonnaise is a complete waste of calories because there's absolutely no protein in any of them. So, you know, and I don't want to waste 60, 90 calories with no protein. So I use this Laughing Cow. It doesn't have any protein either, but they're these little triangles. This one is the garlic and herb, right? And it's 35 calories. So I can manage 35 calories without a problem. So I'm just gonna take this little triangle and kind of spread it out all over the one slice of bread here. Pop this slice over. And I kind of just have to slice it all up into little pieces so it doesn't rip my bread while I'm doing this. I'm just gonna put it on one slice of this bread here. And that's it. There you go. I went to the dentist a few days ago and they put on a temporary crown because they're replacing one of my old crowns. And like I have not been able to eat anything for days, for 2 days. I just went back today and they kind of filed it down a little bit. I think maybe it was too big and it was like hitting the top of my tooth, and it feels a little better, but not much. So this will be the first meal I've actually had in almost 3 days, and even then I'm kind of hesitant to eat it. So I've just been drinking protein shakes for 2 days. So that's it. All right, so I've got my bread cheesed with the Laughing Cow cheese, and then I've got 2 of these folded just egg patties. They already come pre-folded and formed. All you have to do is throw them in the toaster or the toaster oven. So that's what I did, and I made 2 of them. So I'm gonna pop that there, and the last one I'm just gonna split to get it on the bread evenly right here, and I'll just put this kind of piece right here. So I've just kind of stacked it right there. After that, I've got the seitan I cooked right here. So it's still in the frying pan. I just sauteed it. I was gonna do a whole thing where I videoed it, but I mean, like, I threw in the thing, sauteed it, and I threw on some of this Lowry's sweet basil, citrus, and garlic rub. We got this at Costco, so there you go. That's what we're using. Now, there's a lot of this here, so I'm just gonna do the best I can to get it on here without it like falling off the bread, but I don't know how well that's gonna go, but I'll just do what I can here. Remember, this expired like 3 years ago, but I'm gonna use it anyway. All right. And then the last thing I have is this Morningstar Farms original sausage patty. These are good because it's a little patty, but it's 80 calories for this, right? And 9 grams of protein, so it's over the 1 in 10 thing. And I'm just gonna kind of slice it up a little bit because otherwise it'll just be this one patty in the middle of the bread, and I won't get any of it unless I eat the middle of the bread. So I'm just gonna put this kind of mixed in with these strips of seitan here, right? And then I'm just gonna attempt to fold this together and see what I've got. All right. Let's pop this on here, and I've got a nice big sandwich. All right, look at that. That's a nice big breakfast sandwich right there. Can't wait to eat this. First I'm gonna wash my hands because there's stuff everywhere, and then we'll dig in. All right, I'll throw this up on the screen here, but I'm gonna read it off the phone because I'm right here. So we've got the Sweet Earth Enlightened Foods traditional seitan. We've got the 2 slices of the Nature's Own bread. We've got the Laughing Cow triangle of cheese. We've got the Morningstar sausage patty. We've got the Just Egg plan folded slices, and I put 2 on there. You could do 1, I don't know, I just wanted 2. And total of this meal is 476 calories with 56 grams of protein. So, I mean, that's a really good start of the day. 36 grams of carb, 24 grams of fat, and there you go. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll take you along with what's next. See you in a bit. All right, it's the middle of the afternoon. I think I'm gonna have a little snack here. What I've got here is these they're now called Simply Desserts. They used to be Simply Delish, but they changed their name. And they're plant-based puddings. And this one's banana, and I just take the box the way it is, and I dump the box into a bowl, and I mix in 1 3/4 cup of plant milk, and then I put in 2 scoops of Earth Chimp vanilla protein powder. And I use a blender, a hand blender, and I do the hand blending, and it makes a pudding. And then I put it in 4 jars and throw in the fridge. And now they're ice cold banana puddings, and they're so good. It comes out to 120 calories for one of these with 12 grams of protein. And you can't beat those macros. So good. I have a video right up here that tells you some vegan, high protein, low calorie, cheat snack meal type of things that, you know, you just do on the fly that are really fast. Stuff like this where you just add a protein powder to it, it becomes a protein meal for low calories. So check that out if you like to snack on stuff but you don't really have the calories for it. I love pudding. So they have these in chocolate. If I make the chocolate one, I just use the chocolate protein powder. But if I make the banana one, then I use the vanilla. All right, I'm gonna sit here, eat the rest of this pudding, and then we'll catch you on the next meal. So good.
All right, I'm trying to get a kind of a stretching, very light workout in just to start working on my upper body since I haven't gone to the gym for a few weeks because of my re-injury. I start every workout by stretching, and here I'm just using this plumber's pipe, and I'm just kind of stretching my upper body. I'm going behind my neck and in front of my neck, and I'm just kind of counting 1, 2, 1, 2, and you can kind of see that I'm just doing this here. And I'm just doing 3 sets of 10 there. After that, I'm taking the pole and just rotating it around my upper body. I'll do this on the one side going up in the front and then up in the back, and then I'll flip the pole and do the same thing on the other side, going around the front and around the back. And again, I do 10 of each. Then I take a break and I start the whole process over. After that, I do these kind of bow and arrow things. This is what the trainer taught me to make sure that I was bulletproof when I was working out so I don't hurt myself. And I just kind of hold the stretchy band and pull it back, and it kind of gets my whole, upper body, rotator cuff and all that going, so I don't injure myself working out. And these are kind of the exercises they taught me at physical therapy too, is the same stuff. So I do these before every workout. It's amazing that I'm down to 154 pounds, my lowest weight ever, and my belly is still sticking out. I don't know how low do I have to go before I have no belly, 120? It's hard to believe. Next, I'm doing these TRX kind of pulls here, where I kind of pull my body up. It's hard because I'm wearing socks, and those rubber mats are slippery, so I'm trying not to fall. I probably should have taken my socks off, but that kind of works my upper body also. You can see here I'm barely holding it without slipping. If I slip, that would not be good. Again, I'm doing 3 sets of 10 there. Everything's 3 sets of 10. Next, I'm doing my Y's, T's, and I's. I lay on the bench and form a Y up and down 10 times. And after that's done, I form a T 10 times. I just bring my arms up. And then when that's done, I do kind of these Supermans, which are I's. Where I just bring my hand straight out. And I do that 10 times. I do all of that. Then I get up for a little bit for a rest. And I start the whole thing over until I got 3 sets of 10. After that, I'm doing these interior, exterior, anterior, posterior kind of rotator cuff pulls. I stand in one position and move the arm back and forth, and I switch to the other arm and move that one back and forth. And then I do 10 of each, and I flip around and do the same thing on the other side until both arms have done the anterior and posterior. I don't know what the correct word for it is, but that's what the trainer taught me to do, and they also had me do this at physical therapy. After that, I'm doing these rows on my cable machine here. Again, it's hard to believe how big my belly is when I'm 150 pounds, but there you go. And I'm just kind of pulling these back to kind of get my upper back and shoulders engaged. Again, I'm doing 3 sets of 10 on that. Next, I'm doing these kind of pull downs here to kind of work my shoulders. Again, physical therapy had me doing this, so I just do them at home, and I do 3 sets of 10 on this. After that, I'm doing some shoulder shrugs. These are very lightweight. I'm just trying to engage my traps and my shoulders on the top. A warm-up that they had me do for my trainer, and again, the same thing the therapist had me do. The trainer had me do a lot of stuff that the therapist had me do, even though I went to the trainer way before the therapist, because it was all preventive stuff to make sure I didn't injure myself. So that's kind of one of the reasons I know it was a good trainer, because he was very in tune as to how to warm up. Next, every day I do some ab workout. It's hard to tell with my belly sticking out here, but one day when the fat's gone, my abs are going to be ripped because I work them out a lot. Here I'm just doing obliques, which are the sides, and I'm just doing 30 crunches on the one side, and then I'll flip over and do 30 crunches on the other side, and I'll do this again until I have 3 sets of 10. After that, I'm just doing some neck stretches where I pull my neck to one side and I hold it for a count of 20. And then I go back to the other side and do that, and I hold that for a count of 20. And these I do 5 sets of these, and this is from physical therapy. After that, I'm doing stretching, which the trainer had me do after every workout, and it always makes me feel good. So I'm also just trying to burn extra calories. So I'm trying to get the 300 calories burned. And then I'm doing my swimmies. Swimmies really helps me loosen up the top part of my body and the shoulders, and it really makes me feel like I'm not going to be in pain. I don't know. It helped me loosen everything up before I work out, and it's a big part of everything I do when I work out. Again, I'm doing 3 sets of 10 on there. And then one of the last things I'm doing toward the end of my workout, I do these wall stretches, although I'm doing them on the cable machine here. I just kind of put my arm up and move forward and kind of stretch everything out. It just feels really good. Then I switch to the other side, do the same thing, and again, 3 sets of 10. And then the last thing I'm doing just to kill some calories is taking this band and stretching it across my body, I'm almost at 300 calories, and I didn't know what else to do, so I want to get to 300 calories. So there we go, and I do again 3 sets of these. And checking on my watch, I just burned 300 calories, 77 minutes. I'm happy. Let's go get a protein shake.
All right, it's the middle of the afternoon. It's time for a shake. I just did the workout a little while ago, doing some other work online. Still no effort on the cookbook. I got to get that done. Summer vacation's almost over. In this protein drink, I just got, this is my favorite because it's chocolate. Got the Earth Chimp chocolate protein powder. I like Earth Chimp because the calories are low for the amount of protein you get. It doesn't taste gritty. It blends really nicely. It's got a great flavor. There's a link in the description below this video where you can save 10% on your next order. And if you order over $45, they give you free shipping, which is really nice. And then I use this milk here. It's Silk cashew milk. It's called Touch of Almond cashew milk. And the reason I use this is because 1 cup is 25 calories. I put in a cup and a half, so 35 to 37.5 calories for a cup and a half of milk. That's killer. Now there's almost no protein in it. It's less than a gram, or maybe it's 1 gram of protein. I don't even know, 1 gram. But the protein's in the protein powder. And then of course there's bananas in here because I cannot have a non-frozen fruit smoothie without banana. Like when I do berries and all that, I don't use banana. But when I do chocolate or vanilla with peanut butter, I've got to have banana. I would say that banana is my absolute favorite fruit, which sucks because it's really high in calories. Like 100 grams of banana is like 80 something calories, right? It's not good. And there's no protein in it. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not a source of protein. So, when I put bananas in a smoothie, those calories don't have any protein in it, and it's a real waste of calories. But I absolutely can't help it. I love bananas. I can sit here and eat every one of these bananas and go right through them and not even think twice about it. So, and I wouldn't even be sorry. The Beast Blender I absolutely love because it makes an entire mason jar of smoothie, and that's it, which is perfect. I got my reusable straws and my cup right here, my cap, and there's a link below the video for these caps and straw combinations. I have some vanilla in here also. So good, guys. So I've said this before. Now that I have this daily vlog going, it's really hard to remember where I said this. Did I say this in the vlog? Did I say this in a previous video? Maybe I said it in this video. I don't know. All the days just kind of run together. But while I was on one of the 2 weeks of trips, I went to Atlanta for 7 days, came home on Sunday afternoon. Tim picked me up, took me home, unpacked and washed everything in my suitcase, put it back in my suitcase. I left at 5 a.m. the next morning with some of those kids to go to LA to meet the other advisor and the other kids that were already there for FBLA. So we went to LA. It was actually Anaheim. And I was there for a week. During that time, one of the students accidentally, we're all sitting in like stadium seating, and he just adjusts his leg, right? He's got big legs, and it hits my arm and knocks it up. And the arm that I was all like, where I had the realized last time I hurt this arm, I had foraminal stenosis, and like I was in pain and all that arm. And when it happened, I didn't really think anything of it, but I went, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry." And he was like, "I'm sorry," and it wasn't his fault. And that was on Friday while I was in Atlanta. So I get home Saturday, on Sunday. We come home Saturday. I get home Saturday, right? Saturday afternoon, I tell Tim about it, right? And he was like, "Oh, really? Are you okay?" I said, "I think I feel okay. I'm a little sore, but I think I'm okay." And then Sunday, I'm getting ready to go to the airport to go to LA. And I'm like, my arm is kind of sore. It's very strange. I said, "I think it'll work itself out." So I leave. I really should have took the pain meds I had from the last time, but I didn't. And then I went to LA, and Monday it was really starting to be sore as we were doing stuff with the kids and going to the events. And then holy smoke, I went to bed Monday night and could not sleep. Like I was in excruciating pain. Like when I originally found out I had foraminal stenosis when I hurt myself at the gym. What happens is my nerve, right, is pinched, and it's just sending pulses. And on that nerve, C4 or C5, whichever one it is, right, that controls the left arm. And my thumb is still numb. Like I still have no feeling in my thumb from the first time this happened. So suddenly it's Monday night and I am dying all night long. I'm crying in the bed. Like I'm in so much pain and I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to do. I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, I just have to sleep it off. I need to sleep it off. And I wake up Tuesday and I'm like, holy crap. Like I'm in so much pain. I have events to do with the kids. So I had to tell the other advisor, hey, can you just manage them? I got to go to the walk-in clinic. So I walked to the walk-in clinic. They gave me a brace to put the arm in. And did some x-rays, said you have some calcification, which I'm so tired of hearing that word. But, we don't see anything broken or anything. And I'm like, well, there's nothing broken. It's a nerve thing. You're not going to see that on an x-ray. Take my word for it. It's a nerve thing. I need pain meds. They're like, we can't give you pain meds. And that was all I needed. So they sent me back home to the hotel, and I came back, and it's, 2 o'clock or something. Actually, about 1 or 2 o'clock. And I check in with the other advisor. I'm like, I'm still in pain, but I'm going to try and nap it off here. I'm trying to take a little nap. So I did that, and then I just could not sleep. And then finally, at 5 o'clock, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to the ER. Like, I have to get pain meds. And if this lady won't give me pain meds, I felt like a person on TV going. All right, the camera stopped because the card was full. I felt like a drug addict going to the ER to get pain medicine, but that's what I needed. There physically was nothing wrong with me, but that nerve being pinched like that causes extreme pain. So I wound up going to the ER, and they took care of me and gave me a shot and all that stuff. And it was a pizza party in my room that night. All the kids were coming over, the other advisor. We'd ordered all Domino's pizzas, and what had happened was everyone who checked in got a free $10 pizza card from Domino's. So we all decided that night we were just going to order $150 because there were 15 of us, Domino's pizzas for everyone. I gave them mine $10 because what was I going to do with it? So the 14, the 13 kids and the other advisor, they each had a pizza each, and I watched them all eat it all, and it was pretty terrifying. So I was in extreme pain, and I've kind of been recovering ever since, and now I seem to be okay again. The nerve has calmed down, is learning to live in that space again. The answer to this is they want to cut a hole in my neck and go in and pull the disc out. One of my discs it's not crushed, but there's some compression, right? But it's not going against the back of my neck or anything, but they go through the front and they pull the disc out and stick in two plates and stick a new disc in, and it gives it more space, and now that thing will have more space. I still don't have feeling in my hand, but they say that possibly that will come back, or it may not, and it just may be dead. It's very strange, but that's what this is all about, and this is now the second time I've been dealing with it, and it's very, very painful. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. Alright, the macros for this, I'll put on the screen right here. It is afternoon shake, 259 calories and 22 grams of protein, 41 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fat. So, midday shake, right there, very satisfying. I'll see you at dinner. Alright, it is dinner time. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm not even hungry, but I'm going to force this down. Here's what I'm having today. I'm just doing half a block of fava bean tofu. I threw it in a Ziploc bag and just poured in rib rack barbecue sauce, the low sugar one. It's it's 10 calories for 2 tablespoons or whatever. It's really low. And then just put it in the air fryer for 400 degrees, 10 minutes, flip, 10 minutes, and that was it. And then I've just got 2 sweet potatoes right here. About 200 calories of that, or 200 grams of sweet potatoes. And together, this meal comes out to, it's really simple. I didn't really, normally I would dress it all up to make it look cool, but I'm just going to eat this and basically like watch TV and go to bed. This meal winds up being 315 calories, and because it's fava bean tofu, it's 35 grams of protein. And most of the calories comes from the sweet potatoes, because the fava bean tofu is only 135 calories with 35 grams of protein. So, but by having that fava bean tofu, it allows me to have the sweet potatoes, which I really want because I need all the vitamin B. So 315 calories, 35 grams of protein, 41 carbohydrates, and 0 grams of fat. So I'm gonna eat this here, but for the whole day, I wind up with 1,220 calories. Not bad. I wanted to stay between 11 and 1,200, so that's good. And my protein target was 120, and I got 124. So actually, right on the money. So I think that came out to a pretty good day of eating. I had plenty of food today, and I can tell you, like, after this, I will not be hungry. So that's our video for today. Please hit that like button, show us some love, click on the subscribe button, click on that bell, and you get notified every time we have a new video, usually every Tuesday. And leave a comment below. Are you following these same macros, about 1,300 and 120 grams of protein? Let me know what you're doing below. I realize Tim hasn't been in the videos. I've been filming him because I'm on vacation. I've been filming him with Lex or by myself during the summer, during the days. So, of course, that's when he's working. Normally, during the school year, we film on Saturday because I'm just busy all week long and I can't film during the day. Right now, I'm able to do that, so that just works out. So, we'll see him again soon because I'm like 14 days from going back to work. And that's it. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.